All right, now that you understand conversion campaigns, let's take a look back at our 3 different hypothetical case studies and examples for each one for a conversion campaign. So first, let's go back to our favorite mattress store, right? Our favorite mattress store. And for this example, let's say that the triggering event was the subscriber requesting access to 7 simple tricks to get more sleep. So a report or a guide, some sort of content, maybe a video, but either way, we've sent them an email. We've made them aware that we have this report. They've requested it by opting in, and now we're following up, trying to move them to that next logical step. So the first email, did you get your report? Right? We want them to consume the report, even though in most cases, consumption is not required for conversion. Consumption is not required for ascension. Now, not in every case, but in certain cases. In this case, what we are looking to do is remind them of that previous positive action. Not only remind them that they requested it, but remind them that we followed through on our commitment and sent it to them. And now we're just checking in to make sure they got it, right? This should highlight some stuff and also restate the benefits of that report, and maybe have a slight nudge in the body copy to get them from consumption to whatever that next ideal conversion is. Maybe it's to buy, right? Maybe it's to reply. The second email, and this would go the next day, I would focus in on something specific, right? Have you tried sleep hack number 3 yet? First name, right? 1, we're calling out a specific thing. I would highlight that in the email. Again, referencing back to that report, not only that they requested it, not only that you sent it, but now we're anchoring it's valuable, right? If you listen to us, you can get better sleep. There's a simple hack. We're going to highlight it in here and drive them back to, to that report. The other thing we could do is say, now, the fastest and easiest way to get a good night's sleep is to upgrade your mattress, right? We've got an amazing sale. Like, we can pivot over to that in the body copy, but being very intentional as we go through this storyboard to making sure that they requested something, we sent it to them, it's valuable, we want to highlight something, and if they do it, and here's where we all win, if we can get someone to do something, even very, very small, right? Get someone to do something that has a positive effect. If it's, cut off your phone an hour before you go to bed, if it's shut off the TV here, if it's drink a warm glass of water, whatever the case may be, if you can tell them to do something, they do it, and they actually get any real benefit from it, they sleep a little bit better, then you have now won, right? You've told them to do something, they went out on a limb, took a chance, did it, and it worked. That relationship has now busted through, and you can be trusted. You're a sleep expert. So we need to make sure that we get them to experience that aha, right? We get them to not only believe you're an expert, but believe you're an expert because you've added value to their lives. So going back to the third email, right? The third email, I would highlight a customer story, a testimonial, something of social proof, but that pivots into the report, the thing. What is the desired end result, and how can we use someone else's words to show that they've experienced that, right? I fell asleep right away the first night. If we introduce them to someone that maybe sounds, looks, or feels a lot like them, especially the things that they've said. I was skeptical at first, overcoming or inoculating against objections, right? We're making sure that we are really highlighting someone else that was in the same spot, that had the same disbelief, that took a chance and experienced the benefit. So that's where I would focus, kind of that third piece of content. It's worked for other people. Then I would go directly into kind of that next conversion of buy, right? Buy. New mattress for just $99, question mark. This is where I would potentially introduce a sale or a limited time offer because they've requested this report. Something that gets them from, I want sleep, here's how to get better sleep, now transitioning over to a purchase. And then again, with that 5th email, same day delivery, first names, new mattress, 14 to choose from. There's a lot going on here. But if I want a new mattress, I don't think I have to make a decision now because, gosh, how long is it going to be before I get it? Inoculate against a known or a common misconception. Mattresses take forever. Wait, I can get it the same day? Huh. Well, but it's probably the cheap one that no one wants, that they're overstocked. There's over 14 to choose from. I'm now, again, inoculating against those and giving them reasons to make the decision today. We don't feel the urgency to make a buying decision today if we don't believe we're going to get it for days or weeks. This is a great way to inoculate against. Now, if you're going to do this, you got to be able to deliver a mattress same day. Maybe it's next day. Maybe it's same week. I don't know. But if you can pull this off, if you can fulfill on the promise, this is an amazing way to go ahead and show that you're an expert, to inoculate against those known objections. Now, I would keep this campaign going. I would keep it going because it started with 3 consumption emails, and we really want to pivot over to a purchase. And again, price determines length. Mattresses aren't cheap. Now, sure, you can buy the $99 one, but let's be honest. We're starting there as a price anchor. If you've ever been to a mattress store, they don't start you at the low end and work you up to the high end. They start you at the best of the best mattress and walk you down from there, right? Because why would you come into the mattress store and lay down on a cheap mattress and go, I don't want this, but I guess I'll take it. You want them to lay down on something that's amazing and go, I have to have this, and then walk them down to their budget while still giving a valuable product. So let's do that here. Let's make sure that price determines length. Yes, they can spend $99, but really, we'd like them to spend at least 10 times more than that, probably 20 times more than that, maybe even more. So let's extend this promo a little bit. The next email, I would just flat out come out with a discount, 40% off our best-selling mattresses, right? So that's day 7. Day 9, let's take a day off here because again, give them time to experience the pain or the another bad night's sleep. Day 9, I'd have, again, a dead-on sale ending soon. Let's introduce scarcity or urgency. I'm not a believer in false scarcity, so make sure that if you're going to send this, the sale is ending soon. But here's what I know. Sales end and start all the time, right? Retailers, big box stores print flyers, circulars, and weekly ads. That means that every week there are dozens, if not hundreds of SKUs that go on sale and off sale and new ones come on. So I'm not a big fan or not suggesting false scarcity, but I do believe that we have to introduce scarcity to trigger the need to make a decision, right? We all delay decisions that don't have to be made, and scarcity is a way to tell your subscriber, even subconsciously, this decision can't be pushed off anymore. It needs to be made now. I'd give them a couple of days again and move down to day 11, save 40%, only 48 hours left. And then finally closing out this campaign 12 days later with some breaks in between. Final warning, first name, sale ends at midnight tonight. So this is a great way to move from requesting a report about how to get better sleep into the natural next step of buying a new mattress. But let's see how that works for the payroll or HR company, right? So again, we're talking about enterprise level SaaS, B2B, or professional services. The first email I would send out is the same as before, right? The same as the mattress company. Mattress company, SaaS company, professional services, we can all send out the same subject line. Did you get your report, right? Did you get your report? We want to make sure that we remind them that they requested it. We remind them that they followed through, and we're making sure that it's valuable. So we want to encourage them to consume it. So that's the first one I would send. Now on the second one, I'd change things up in this campaign. I would, instead of focusing on something maybe positive, I would come back here and focus on maybe a fear, right? So second email, still consumption, worried your best employee is leaving. If someone has a fear, if someone's looking for HR, then part of what they're thinking about is hiring, but another part is retention, right? How do we make sure that we're not just hiring and attracting new talent, but we're retaining the talent we have? So let's talk about a fear that more than likely any employer, any HR manager, any operations person has. Worried about your best employee leaving. I would go back in and kind of push the pain a little and tie back to a way that they can avoid that based on the report you've already sent them. Now, day 3, I would pivot a little bit, right? Pivot from not just a consumption campaign, but maybe even a reply. I would do that by focusing on a testimonial or a customer story, something that is aspirational. Like, what is something that one of your customers, someone who's downloaded this report, someone who's purchased your product, what is something they've said about you, your product, your service, your brand, the benefit that is aspirational for the person reading this email, for any subscriber, for anyone that is your ideal target buyer or avatar? Now my employees left me. right? Now my employees love me. If you feel like there's, a constant push or pull with benefits or with comp or with process for requesting time off, this is a great way to highlight how easy it was to implement and the pivot in that emotion from employee to employer, from employee to HR manager. So leveraging that case study that validates you, your product, your service, I would introduce that there, and I would ask a question. What's the biggest thing holding you back? What's your biggest concern? Again, open that loop, get them talking. Now, I'd wait a day because we asked a question. So anytime you're going to ask a question, you want to give people an appropriate amount of time to respond. And I would move into another kind of consumption or reply by highlighting another case study. If we're, again, price determines length. If we're an enterprise level SaaS, anytime you put enterprise in front of something, then it's more expensive. If it's professional services, we're talking kind of done for you, it's more expensive. We need to make sure that we're inoculating against the just skepticism that this doesn't work. This is all hype. It can't be that easy. So the easiest way to do that is to use other people's words that have actually said it, right? Real customers that have experienced the benefit that your subscriber hopes to experience, that they want desperately to feel. So I would highlight one: employee retention and referrals are up over 300%. All stuff that if you're feeling the pain right now, you can't imagine what it would feel like to be there, but boy, you sure want it. So if you have those testimonials, if you have those customer stories, if you have those case studies, then this is the time to deploy those in the evaluation phase, in the conversion campaign. It's why it's so important to follow through the entirety of the customer value journey and not stop just right there at Ascension, but moving through into advocate and into promoter so that we can capture these and constantly use them to acquire more customers. All right, tangent over there. The next email, I would go straight into a reply, right? Straight into a reply. Have you finalized your employee benefit plan yet? First name. So now let's just cut through all this stuff and say, what are the employee benefits? Have you finalized it yet? Right? Have you finalized that yet? Can we help? Remember, price determines length, so you can stretch that out if you need to. You can hopefully start a conversation and continue that conversation not with an automated campaign. But that's how I would structure a campaign if someone was looking for HR services, if someone had requested a specific report. Now let's move over to the final example for marketing, training, and education. So in this example, let's say that the subscriber requested a one-page marketing plan. Here's the process I would go through to create a quick and easy conversion campaign for that. First, I would, again, go back to consumption, right? Make sure that we reference the previous positive action. Make sure that we know, they know that we're the person they requested it for and we are delivering it. So first names, one-page marketing plan. I would redeliver that and speak to the specific benefits, any of the special sauce, anything that makes it uniquely powerful or beneficial. Then I would come back the next day and go straight to a conversion, right? And I would do that leveraging curiosity, maybe something hopefully that was introduced conceptually in that deliverable, in that one-page marketing plan. So what exactly is a T-shaped marketer, right? What's a T-shaped marketer? Well, if you've been around digital marketer forever, you understand that a T-shaped marketer is someone who has a general understanding of kind of everything, every aspect of marketing, but a narrow specialty, right? It's a generalizing specialist. A T-shaped marketer isn't someone who just understands merely email. They understand all aspects of digital marketing and how email fits into each and every one of those. So we are going to introduce the T-shaped marketer here and then offer the purchase, right? Offer them to move over into the digital marketing mastery certification. So the next email, we'd come back and just be dead on with it. Get certified as a digital marketing strategist for just $195. Question mark, right? Put a question mark on the end of it. It implies maybe you can, maybe you can't, right? Curiosity, it's asking a question that must have an answer. It's a great way to trigger that open. Move into the next email. Again, these are going to be pretty rapid fire. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. The secret to becoming a marketing MVP. This is aspirational. We've leveraged curiosity in a buy. We've leveraged like the status elevation or to become. This is another way to leverage status elevation without title change, right? A marketing MVP. be important, be valuable. And then finally, I would come back with a simple urgency or scarcity subject line that is just merely deadline, right? Deadline. It's time to make a decision. So here's 3 different ways to create or craft a conversion campaign. Now, I know if you go through this, you can craft a powerful conversion campaign for your business, for your product, for your service, leveraging one or a mixture of the 3 examples in this video.